So people would think this and be like, oh my God, it's me.
Good morning.
Bro.
I hear that.
Yeah. All right, lads. We're back again.
Back again.
Again. I hear that.
Yes, we're still.
Unfortunately, Sweon is not here today, but you know, for unforeseen.
Got his ghost somewhere with the glued on hat somewhere.
He's on a mission.
Come like a Jimmy, innit? Extra fitted.
But he's here with us in spirit, so we'll be back again next episode. But yeah, man, there's been a lot of things going on in social media and everything else, just in the news in the world, really at the moment. Do you want to start by?
Yeah, I mean, R.I.P. A legend, Chadwick Boseman, aka the Black Panther.
Yeah,
he is a legend actually in his own.
It was very like sudden to see. You know, like I find that we've had these situations over, you know, the couple years where, you know, you wake up in the morning, you go on Instagram, and then you just see like your timeline flooded with photos of someone, whether it was like Nipsey Hussle or you know, whoever it may be, or Kobe. So it's sad, it's shocking as well, and it just goes to show, you know, but you know, these things are happening daily to everyone, but it's just the magnitude of, you know, who that person is and what they're doing and what they've done for the culture and everything else and what they've done for people. So it's just it's sad, but it just shows you that someone's always dealing with something.
Don't you feel that 2020 is actually really testing the ethnic cultures, like the black culture especially? Well, that's what I feel. I just feel like it's really tested us in some things. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's been just it's always been there.
I was just about to say that. Do you know, it's always been there, but because things are getting harder at the moment, it's becoming even more harder for us. And everything's amplified for everyone at the moment. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
but like even deaths and that, like, do you know? Like, I mean, not even.
In all honesty, though, but we have to be careful what we soak in, because they will tell us, like the media will tell us that, you know, more black people are dying or more black, but that's not always necessarily true. You know, given the government's bloopers and you know, that they've made genuine mistakes with numbers to do with COVID. 1 minute is, you know, BAME
genuine
people.
mistakes.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to talk politics on the podcast right now. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? But, you know, mistakes have been made. False things have been said. So we can't soak in that in terms of, you know, just more death rate among black people in terms of how things are getting harder. But I do get you in terms of things have been heightened. Yeah. And the reason why that's been heightened as well is because of the whole Black Lives Matter movement as well. You know, seeing someone get murdered on TV, literally, it's traumatic for anyone.
I mean,
and it brings out a lot of emotions.
Yeah, and even when you look at, you know, what was it recently? Someone, I've forgotten his name, so forgive me, but the man that was shot in his back 7 times or so. You know, these things are like, we've had a lot of time to sit down during lockdown and everything, and maybe that's where I feel like we've had enough effort to be able to go and do those sort of things like march and protest against certain things, because we've all been sort of sitting at home just taking these things in, things that maybe we would have been distracted by because we're doing our 9 to 5, and you might not see something and then it just passes by you just through no fault of your own.
Do you know what? I agree with what you guys are saying. I mean, I didn't expect to go so deep so quick in it. See what type of guys you are, just go straight in it. No foreplay, mate.
I can't help it.
Foreplay, I hear that.
My mum listens to this.
You know what I mean?
Oh man, but no, I do agree with everything that you guys are saying. I was just saying, like, you know, when like you had like Kobe. I'm not even talking about deaths of the civilians or anything like that. I was talking about, like, you know, just famous figures. I just felt like, especially this year's taken a lot of famous figures away from us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that it's just,
and sudden. I think that's
sudden. Yeah.
Do you know, it's the cruel reality of life, isn't it? You know, that you're here today, you're gone tomorrow. You know, that's the reality, and I think that with us as a young generation, one of the biggest deceptions we have is that we have time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and then we waste our time doing different things. You know, for example, cussing people on the internet, or just being jealous over someone, or setting your mind on things that are probably a bit more materialistic. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with liking nice things to a degree, but then you have to start asking yourself, what's the meaning of life, innit? Like, what's your purpose in this life? Because as we're getting older, we're starting to realise that things are not so happy-go-lucky, and it's not just go to school and break time and lunchtime and kickball and come home and play PlayStation. Do you know what I mean? Or watch TV, Simpsons and Fresh Prince. But it's more... Do you get what I'm saying? It's being an adult.
So it's about seeing the bigger picture now as well.
The bigger picture, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You know, sometimes you see some of these kids nowadays, and it's just like they think their world's over. You know when you used to go from year 6 into year 7, you used to think, right, I'm a big man now, like, or you used to go from year 11 into college or sixth form or whatever you're gonna do, and you're just thinking like, right, I'm big now, like, what I'll do to go back to them times.
I know, and it just shows you as well, like, at the time, that is the biggest thing to you, because you don't know any better sometimes. You're being told by your elders, whether you've got older siblings or whoever, that you should be doing this, or like use that time and that, but again, people will use their time as they see fit, and that's why you just got to be as productive as possible where you can.
100, bro.
But it is sad, with everything going on. R.I.P. Chadwick.
Ask me, man.
Do you guys ever watch any of his films? Any films that stand out for you?
I watched. You've done a couple good films. You've done 42. It's about a baseball player. I think he was one of the first black baseball players. He was acting as
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, one of the first black baseball players to make it to Major League Baseball. That was a very good film. He done 21 Bridges. I really enjoyed that one. He was a detective. But do you know what? Although he was good in that film, you know when you get those people that are the main characters and they just won't let something go, so they start to become a little bit irritating. Yeah. Like if you had that person in real life, like for your manager or something, they just won't let something go, and then they dig deep until they find what they want to find.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, for example, for example's sake, someone like he was a proper Jobsworth. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
Who, Chadwick?
Yeah, in that particular film, in that role. So it was, his character was amazing, but he was a little bit irritated. Like, when you think to yourself something, bro, just allow it, man. Like, let it go. But he was really like a dog with a bone, and that's what made his character great.
It takes a lot to even build yourself into that role.
This is it.
And things like that shows you true signs of a true actor and actresses.
This is it, man.
You guys ever watch? Did you watch any other parts in those?
No, like Black Panther. That's the main one that everyone's gonna, I guess, attribute him to, in a sense. I mean, not to discredit any other of his like discography.
Good actor, man.
I watched Marshall, which was very good. So have you heard of Thurgood Marshall? No. Because I need to find out again, but he was a like an historical black figure. So he liked to do a lot of the olden times acting and everything. I believe he was a lawyer, I think, and he. Yeah, I need to search it again because I watched it ages ago. But he was very good in that, and it. It just shows that like when he acts, when he portrays like black figures or historical figures, how much he must connect with that. Do you know what I mean? How much he puts into that, because sometimes you believe it that how he acts is how they acted back then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and actors like that it's very hard sometimes to see them in different roles.
Yeah,
because you grow so attached to
a certain character.
To them. It's like, for example, I know this is off topic, but even the guy that plays Pablo in Narcos, like he's got a second movie. I forgot what it's called, but he plays he's a Fed in it.
It's crazy,
and I can't watch. I haven't brought myself to watch it yet because I don't want to take away that Pablo what he how it was. But that's the sign of a brilliant actor. Do you know what I mean? They can play so many different sort of roles and really like live the character and live the person that they're trying to portray.
In talking about living the character and being the people that you want to portray, like, you know what, I think we need to give a round of applause to Chadwick for soldiering on through what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? Because how many films did he release while he was ill?
Oh goodness,
is it 7, 8?
About 7. I think it might have been 8. You know,
let alone
over
all
4 years, innit?
Let alone all the films he probably like were drafted or like you know or in the pipeline or you
literally.
know.
And this guy
got 2 due to come out as well, innit?
Yeah,
a Black Panther one, or that was
Black Panther 2.
It was supposed to, and then another one I've really forgot the name. I hate that I keep forgetting the names. But he's with Viola Davis.
Okay.
And that's due to come out.
Yeah.
And that she's another good actor as well.
What do you lot think of everyone's comments now that they made about Chadwick with his picture when he was losing weight?
They probably think that the whole like the ground they just wanted to eat him up and that.
Do they?
I think people like to say things because they like to have a moment like for themselves. Like to say that they like that people are like sheep sometimes. That I said that, or like I get it goes back to like we don't realize what people are actually really going through. You know, you can look at someone and really think to yourself, you know what, they've got everything patterned. Like they got a very nice car, or a nice job, this and that. But you know, we don't know what's happening inside some people's homes and some people's minds and their lives. So you got to be conscious of these things when we're talking about people. And I feel like celebs get it a lot as well, other than just social media being a bit toxic at times, but celebs get it a lot because I think we kind of look at their lives like your life must be perfect because you're a celeb. Like you've got money, you've got this, you've got your fame. Like your life can't be you can't be dealing with normal things that people deal with, like going to the hospital for illnesses and this and that.
Money can bring you happiness, but it's not happiness. And but I think some of the comments were just disgusting, fam. I can't lie. But then I get it. But then some people, they just have like verbal diarrhea in it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure we all know
for the sake of talking.
We all know someone who's got verbal diarrhea in our group. You know, it's just like it's mad, isn't it? They just come out with. Sometimes you think
it doesn't make sense when you think about it, because you're talking about an actor. You're talking about an actor losing or gaining weight. That's part of what they do to sometimes fit a role. They have to lose weight or gain muscle or this and that. So how can you be putting down an actor or actress about her weight?
You know what? I remember when that picture first come out, and I remember seeing all the comments, and I just looked past it because I was like, you know what, this guy don't look well, you know. Do you know what I mean? He don't look well.
I think I even looked past it to the point where I didn't kind of almost forgot that it happened.
This is it.
Went straight past it. You know what I mean?
And that's the other side to it, isn't it? Like I looked at it, and you know, some people will think, oh well, maybe he's doing something for a role or something, and then like you said, other people look at it and be like, he doesn't look well.
People thought he was trying to do that 50 Cent for a minute. Destruction. Was it Destruction?
I don't
know the one where you went.
I know he did it, but I don't know what. I don't know.
But it just.
I never actually watched it.
Man, we've got to be careful with our words. We really have to be.
100
because the internet is a.
Internet has no friends, fam.
Has no friends. It's a toxic place that, you know, sometimes good things do come out of it, don't get me wrong. But
yeah, of course.
Just
with most things, but that place, look, people don't have no second thought about how someone else will feel.
It's like it's beautiful, but it's vicious at the same time. You know what I mean?
100.
Same one that will give you your come up will tear you down as well.
And that brings me into you know, like the whole situation with like, you know, Adele.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
That cultural appropriation and all of those things. I don't think she's doing nothing wrong, you know.
Yeah.
I cannot lie.
I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Look, when you go carnival, yeah, carnival is in England and it's in London, not a Hill carnival. Although it's a carnival celebrating the Caribbean culture, all people from different walks of life, different cultures come there to celebrate and embrace the Caribbean culture. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're all. Sorry, what was you gonna say?
I was just like, and if people understood the Caribbean culture is very inclusive anyway. That is one element of it. We are not people. We are inclusive of people.
But this is what we have to understand here is that people are tearing down the same woman that they loved the other day.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And this is what I was kind of getting at with the Black Panther thing where, Chadwick Boseman, where 1 minute he's someone's hero, the next minute it's like, oh, what's wrong with this guy? And cussing him, or, is he ill, or is not Black Panther, it's Crack Panther. And, it's just horrible comments like that. You know
It's wild.
That's stupid.
People are stupid.
What is wrong with
It's
people?
mad. Do you know what I mean? So people really don't think. So I can only imagine what Adele is going through right now. Maybe she's not that sensitive. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe she's actually going through it. Like, obviously, I think to a degree.
Remember that she went for a divorce. That picture when she's in that tracksuit and she's got a middle finger up to the camera or paparazzi or whatever. That was like in the midst of people made memes out of that. And she's some sort of road girl, but she's going through it. Personal lives.
I get that, but then how she's obviously gone through her glow up and everything.
Yeah.
And she looks good.
Yeah.
And obviously she must within that's helped her to
feel
well,
good.
I'm obviously I don't know her in it, but I can only imagine that. You're so dumb. No, I can only imagine that's helped her to get through what she was going through.
Yeah.
But then this side of things where people are getting onto her about cultural appropriation and stuff like that, I don't know. Something tells me that she's kind of like given a blind eye to it. I mean, to a degree.
Probably.
To a degree, obviously, I think everything, no matter what's said about you, you're always going to think about it. But then, I don't know, I think because almost like in the back of my mind, like she knows that, she's not doing nothing wrong. And we're, especially like the black community are very welcoming of her. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So
all she had was a top,
love,
a bikini top or whatever with a Jamaican flag on it, and her hair in it, and her hair afro hairstyle. Like, what's nothing wrong with that. I think she's and if personally speaking, I think that she's always supported black culture to an extent. I never thought like Adele was someone I put in that category of like she, what I mean, she supports. Our people and what we stand for.
My thing is as well, is we can't be screaming at our song lyrics and saying that our songs help us in times of need and that. And the one time she wants to show some love back by, embracing the culture.
Tear her down.
Someone said that she went from hello to wagwan.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Things like that are silly because they're not putting down somewhat. Like they're not putting down the character because it's funny. So I get that.
It's funny.
But it's when people start getting on to for her having a certain hairstyle or this and that. It's just like, come on, man.
It's these same people that will tell you that blackface is okay or is not as bad.
Yeah.
As
I was gonna say as well. A lot of these celebs sometimes they they'll post like a video or whatever saying that like for example Snapchat. A lot of people will message celebs on Snapchat and they'll spend weeks, hey, reply to me, blah, blah, I love your music, this and that. And then the one time you reply to them, or a couple of weeks pass and you sort of read their message and then you come back to it and then they've got a message there saying, oh, I hate you, or I hate your music. But like, last week you loved me, for the last couple of months you've been hitting me up every single day. Trying to get my attention, but now you hate me.
I'm just over fake people, but I can't.
You'd have to think like what how their thought process went through when they was typing you all that rubbish.
All that rubbish.
Like what makes you see something and comment so much hate under it?
Or thinking that you can get in contact sometimes with it, like it's going to be a thing that comes out of it. Don't get me wrong. I know some people have got through to celebs on social media, But if you're texting Adele, hey, not texting, Snapchatting her, whatever, or DMing her, hey, what's the chance of her actually replying?
Well, you've just said hey, she don't have to reply.
Yeah,
if you say hey, my name is blah blah blah, and this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm planning to do.
Yeah,
and she won't even she probably won't even see it. It's probably sitting in a request somewhere.
And this is the other side. This is the other thing that people don't get. That some of these celebrities, they've got so many followers, man. Like,
so
you can't
many.
hate if they don't respond to you every time. I actually feel sorry for them sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even sometimes just listening to 3 shots of tequila. Yeah, big up 3 shots of tequila because they're amazing, innit? Just pick them up, they're doing their thing. Like when I listen to Marv, like he would say that sometimes he don't even get through all of his DMs. That's no disrespect, but like because Marv is well known, but that's Marv. That's someone that's not a celebrity like Adele or Drake or etc. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he can't keep up, how do you expect someone else?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A lot of these people, I don't know how they think that people can keep up with those sort of things. A lot of them don't even have their notifications on.
Yeah.
And all the rest of that. And you're there messaging them thinking you're going to get through.
Come like, what's that song from Eminem? Stan.
I used to think though that how, you know, like I don't know why, but I was driving and I was just thinking to myself like, you know, Drake, like, do you think he's on Instagram like we are, or is someone controlling his Instagram? Gives him allows him screen time or something. Do you know what I mean? Because at the same time,
no idea.
At the same time, you don't want them to. Sometimes if celebs get a bit too much screen time, they start chatting rubbish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that he from what I've seen from him, the way he comments is that he's got the phone.
Yeah,
he's. But there are artists out there that you can very much see from their Twitter or their Instagram page that they've got some PR person or they've got someone in their label or their team just managing their account.
Yeah.
And you can just usually tell by the posts.
Yeah.
Like it's always usually something to do around their album or where they're gonna be at for like a meet and greet or something like that.
Yeah.
But you are right though, because there's some people that get ahead of themselves. There's a few people like that. You know, even like Bow Wow, like or Shad Moss, as I say, he likes to go by now.
Yeah.
But like he.
Swear down. He don't call himself Bow Wow.
He don't like.
No.
Well, he's gone back and forth between this. You know, like
so he calls himself what? Chad Moss.
Shad Moss. That's his name. Yeah, it's actually his name. So he doesn't want to get like, you know, like celebs that were kids at one, like
don't call me
have been
Bow Wow
celebs
no
since they
more,
were kids. They've been celebs since they were kids. Like sometimes they get a name attached to them and then they can't grow out of it.
Yeah.
He just about got rid of the little Bow Wow.
Yeah, he got rid of that first.
The internet. Do you know what? This goes back to what you said about the internet being cruel, you know? Because there was pictures of people's done a collage of him tiptoeing in every single picture.
Oh, I've seen
that. Seem as if he tiptoes in every picture, but it can't be every picture. But you know when people put a series of 5 photos together, it'll make you believe it.
Yeah. And that's all it. That's all it takes.
But he's not had the best time on the internet anyway, fam.
Yeah.
Like, he's just always in something, innit?
And sometimes it's like, obviously, you guys know trolls that some people are out there just to try and draw you out. Do you know what I mean? And when you react, when you bite, sometimes it's too late. You know, it's too late. And it's almost like, right, do I carry on with the bite or like do I just stop and just be like whatever?
Sometimes it's hard not to react as well. That's the other thing.
So just hold on. So actually, I'll do it.
Clap.
Bro, I'm making something. Bro, am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
Not yet.